As you can see here, most congressional nomination deadlines are in the fall, September to November of your senior year. If you miss the deadline, it's like a traditional college application. If you miss the deadline, it's over. You cannot get it in. There's no late turn-in, all right? That sucker closes and it's over. And the tricky part is that this red line, I'm going to move it back and forth because this is not set in stone here. This completely depends on your state. It completely depends on your district. So it is on you, the applicant, to know what is the deadline specific to your district and to your two senators. Because depending on where you live, let's say you live in the state of Washington State, okay? Your district might have a deadline of November 1st. Your senator, one of your senators might have a deadline of October 15th, and the other one might have a deadline of October 1st. That is all things you need to keep track of, okay? Or if you're with Academy Endeavors, we help you keep track of those deadlines because they can be all over the map, all right? So this is an overview of the timeline, all right? That was the first slide we wanted to show you, okay? The second slide we want to show you is an overview of the process. All right, the congressional nomination process, once again, oversimplified version of the congressional nomination process because we want you to be clear on what the next steps are. Phase one is preparation. The very first thing you will do in the congressional nomination process is you will find your congressman and your senator websites. You will identify, that's 1A. 1B, you will identify the application requirements, including the due dates. And 1C, you will attend their service academy days, ask the staffer questions, clarifying questions to understand exactly what is expected of you. Phase two is the application itself. You must submit the nomination applications before the deadline. You must do exactly what the requirements say, all right? Phase three, once that application is submitted, and that is between September and November, the next step usually occurs 2 to 4 weeks after the application due date. So if it's November 1st, then typically phase three begins usually around November 15th, and that is the interview phase. You will receive an interview invite from the office, and the applicant, you will perform that interview. It could be virtual, it could be live, in person. You should be prepared for it to be in person, especially if it's your congressional district, because that's local. All right, and then phase four is when you find out whether you got the nomination or not. That's the notification phase. All right, so between start and finish, between phase one and phase four, you're looking at about 3 months. Okay, this is going to really hit a tipping point in the fall.